Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today where we'll be talking about the Bachelor of Economics here at UTS Business School. My name is Erica and joining me is Associate Professor Elena Stavrunova, who is the Bachelor of Economics Director.
Good day everyone, my name is Elena Stavrunova and as Erica said, I'm a Director of the Bachelor of Economics and I'm here to talk to you about economics and Bachelor of Economics course here in UTS.
Now, Elena, economics is a broad topic that touches on a number of concepts. What exactly would you say economics is all about, say in a nutshell?
Okay, so it's a very broad discipline, so it's very hard to describe in a nutshell, but first and foremost, economics is a social science, which takes a very rigorous approach to analyzing and understanding economic and social issues. In particular, economics focuses on two big questions. How individuals, firms, societies make decisions to allocate scarce resources to meet their needs and wants, and how economic incentives shape economic behavior. And second question is, what are the consequences of economic decisions for social welfare? And how can government policies change economic behavior and welfare? Understanding economics is very important. It's fundamental for making good business decisions, good government decisions, and for study of many social issues.
So, Elena, why should students study this discipline?
Okay, so there are many reasons why students should study economics. One of these reasons is that economics graduates are very highly employable. They have very diverse employment opportunities in industry and government. They also have great further education opportunities in tertiary education sector as honors program, master's degree, or PhD degree. I should say that most graduate recruitment programs in large organizations employ economists, be it financial institutions such as banks, consultancies, government departments, and so on. Why economists valued? They're valued because they have these excellent analytical skills. They're valued for their ability to work with data and for a systematic approach that they take to understanding a given issue or problem. Another reason why you should study economics is that economics is a very broad field of study that has applications to many industries, not only the traditional ones such as banking, finance, consulting, but also health, education, sports, urban development, and so on. This means that you can pursue many passions and interests while studying economics, and that your potential career path after economics degree can be very diverse and can be chosen to suit your passions and interests. Some interesting economic challenges and social issues that economics can help solve. For example, inequality. One of the biggest economics challenges of modern times is a growing economic inequality. It has been rising sharply over the last few decades. Economics will help you understand the reasons behind recent rise in inequality, consequences of inequality for people and societies, and policy options that exist to tackle this issue. Another important social problem that economics can address is climate change. Reduction in greenhouse gas emissions is the key to reducing global warming, and the main question is how governments across the world can create incentives for companies to reduce emissions. Since economics is all about economics incentives and behavior and how they affect behavior, understanding economics is crucial for being able to formulate effective policies for combating global warming. Another issue where economics can help is understanding wage gap. What explains gender wage gap? What is the relative growth of labor market discrimination and differences in productive characteristics of men and women that contribute to the existing wage gap that we currently observe on the labor market? Economic subject labor economics will help you understand this issue a little bit better. And so another example where economics is helpful is in understanding the implications of trade war between the US and China. And economics fields such as macroeconomics, international trade, and game theory provide a lot of insights on this issue.
Thanks, Elena. It's obviously got many applications to many global issues. And I guess one specifically relevant one to us right now is with the COVID situation that's happening all around us. How would you explain economics relevance to that?
Well, indeed, current COVID crisis is a complex crisis affecting public health and economy profoundly. And economists have been heavily involved in debating about and formulating policy responses. Sometimes when you listen to those debates, it may seem like the debates about health versus jobs or health versus economics, but in fact, it is not like that. In developing economic policies, economics and economists seek to maximize social welfare, and this welfare includes the value of people's health and life. So it's not health versus economics, it's how to choose a policy that maximizes the value of both. One of the interesting things about the COVID situation is that it is a classic case of the market with externalities, which we know would not function really well without government intervention. So if someone catches the virus, this will have a negative effect on people around them. So the situation is not socially optimal. And one way the government can solve this problem is by limiting the behavior, which results in an externality. That's why we have lockdowns. Lockdowns is a way for the government to limit the behavior, which is currently not socially optimal given the pandemic. Other policies implemented during COVID are also founded on economics. For example, programs such as Job Keeper and Job Seeker are an example of the fiscal policy that governments often engaged in during economic downturns. So to understand and contribute to political debate during the COVID era, it is important to be well versed in economics.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Elena. It's clearly a very important time to be learning about these kinds of things. But other than that, what other skills could students expect to gain from studying economics?
It is well known that students who have completed economics degree are regarded as analytical thinkers. They tend to be professionals who are very skilled in working with data, who know how to approach problems systematically, how to pinpoint important aspects and put aside unimportant ones, and how to take into account interplay between different factors. But they also learn about a variety of economic, business, and social issues where economic approach can provide effective solutions. The Bachelor of Economics program is very applied. Most of our subjects will include case studies and some real-life applications of tools and techniques that the students learn throughout the degree. And as I was saying earlier, because economics is such a general field, the skills that economists have are valued very broadly among a variety of industries, employers, and occupations.
It seems like a very interesting area of study, that's for sure. And you can study economics at a number of different universities, but why should students come to UTS to study this discipline?
Well, there are many reasons why you should study economics in UTS. First, economics department in UTS is still a very young department. In fact, we're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year, but we've been consistently ranked among top economics departments in Australia for research in such fields as economic theory, econometrics, and applied economics. So taking an economics degree in UTS means that you will be learning from nationally and internationally recognized experts in this field. Second, not only we're great in research, we're also great at teaching economics. Our lecturers, our academics are highly regarded as engaging and innovative educators. They tend to have high student evaluations, SFS. They win many teaching awards at the level of business school, university, and nationally. Another advantage of studying economics and business in UTS is its geographic location. It is 10 minutes from Central Station, so it's easily accessible from all Sydney suburbs. Also, it is close to the CBD, so it's convenient for students who want to combine work and study. But also, the engagement opportunities that faculty here and students have are fantastic. They have all sorts of things for the students in terms of engagement, including mentoring programs, research partnerships, alumni events, guest lectures, recruitment events, and so on. And these activities stem not only from our geographic proximity to the CBD, but also from the concerted effort of many economics academics to create strong links with the industry.
Now, the Bachelor of Economics is a very flexible degree, as we can see in the possible structures that are shown here. Elena, are you able to talk through how students can choose to structure their degrees?
So indeed, this is a quite flexible degree. So what components does it consist of? So there are 11 core economic subjects. These subjects will equip you with some fundamental skills of economic analysis that are essential for any economist in any sector and role. Then you can choose 3 economics elective subjects. And we have a wide choice of electives, about 10 subjects, including labor economics, public economics, market design, economics of monetary policy, and many others. So you can tailor your choice of electives to your tastes and preferences. Then you have a freedom what to study in 10 subjects not allocated to economics curriculum. And here you have 3 options. You can use these subjects to specialize or to major in one of other business disciplines, for example, such as finance or marketing and many others. To major in any of these disciplines, you have to complete 8 prescribed subjects from this discipline. Or you can do option 2 submajors by completing 4 prescribed subjects from each of the 2 disciplines of your choosing. Or finally, you can do option 3, 1 submajor plus 6 elective business subjects. It means that you will take 4 prescribed subjects towards your chosen submajor, and you can take any 6 subjects from across the business school. So it's very flexible, and you can indulge your interests and passions while doing our economics degree.
So to start their degree, students undertake a number of core subjects. What kind of knowledge do you think they will gain from these subjects?
Like I said, this core subject will equip you with fundamental skills of economic analysis. For example, in introductory and intermediate microeconomics core subjects, you will learn to analyze economic behavior of people and firms and their interactions in various types of markets. In introductory and intermediate macroeconomics core subjects, you will learn about behavior of the economy as a whole. You will learn about concepts like GDP, unemployment, inflation, interest rate, monetary and fiscal government policies, economic growth, and so on. There are also 3 subjects in the core in which you will learn how to analyze quantitative data for economic and business decision making. These include business statistics and 2 econometrics subjects, introductory econometrics and empirical methods for policy evaluation. The economics core also includes subject quantitative methods in economics and business, where you will learn mathematical tools you will need throughout the degree. If you think that your math is not good enough to succeed in economics, please do not worry. We will teach you all the math you need for the degree in this subject. Another core subject is the strategic decision making and game theory. In this subject, you will learn to analyze strategic interactions between market participants. The ideas and methods of game theory are particularly applicable to social, business, or economic situations where you have small number of players or participants, and payoffs of any participant depends on the strategies or behaviors chosen by other players. For example, in economics and business, these ideas are useful for understanding competition and collusion between companies, auctions, formation of social networks, trade wars between countries, and so on. Behavioral economics is a new core subject, which we will discuss in a couple of slides. It's a new important subject that we are very proud to have in the core from 2022, from next year. Also, towards the end of the course, you will complete economics Capstone core subject, where you will learn how to analyze economic policy using real-life case studies and scenarios. We will talk about this subject in detail as well in the next couple of slides.
Thank you for that, Elena. So one way of structuring the degree, as you've mentioned earlier, would be for students to choose a major. Are you able to briefly touch on what a major is and how that would complement the study of economics?
Major is a specialization in a non-economics field of study. And this slide shows the majors that are available with the Bachelor of Economics. Some of the popular majors among our students are finance and marketing, because these disciplines have a lot of overlap with economics in terms of the social and business phenomena that they study, as well as methodological approaches. But if you are interested in other fields, you will not be disadvantaged by choosing a major in, say, business law, management, or RT. Major is about diversification, right? Acquiring different skills than what you learn in the economics degree. It's also about complementarity, acquiring skills that you think will complement or help your career path in economics.
Another way of structuring the degree would be to choose one or two submajors. So what exactly is a submajor, Elena?
Submajor is also a specialization in non-economic field of study, but it's not as deep and profound as a major. To complete a submajor, you need to complete 4 subjects or prescribed subjects from that discipline. And you can complete 2 submajors. And again, you're free to choose the submajor that you want. With economics, I think submajors such as statistics, information technology, marketing, finance would work really, really well.
So as you mentioned, new for 2022 is the subject behavioural economics. What exactly is this subject all about, and what are the benefits in studying it for students?
Okay, we are very glad to offer behavioral economics as a core subject in our Bachelor of Economics degree. So behavioral economics perspective recognizes that people are not calculating machines who always make rational decisions with the sole purpose of maximizing their economic well-being. Behavioral economics studies how non-economic factors such as psychological, cognitive, emotional, and social factors affect economic decisions. The importance of behavioral approach has been recognized by researchers and academics in majority of fields of economics, such as financial economics, public economics, labor economics, health economics, industrial organization, to name a few. Several Nobel Prizes have been awarded to economists for doing research that advances a behavioral economics perspective. Behavioral approach is also increasingly popular in government and industry, where behavioral economics units are being created to inject this perspective into solving policy and business problems. Nowadays, any economics graduate should have a good grasp of behavioral economics, because this is where research and industry are born. We are confident that giving behavioral economics more prominence in the Bachelor of Economics degree will make our graduates more employable. Also, I would like to add that UTS is a great place to study behavioral economics. First, UTS Business School and Economics Department are lucky to have several academics with stellar international research reputation in behavioral economics. These academics also have an excellent track record of engagement with industry and government. Furthermore, we have a state-of-the-art behavioral lab where students can engage with behavioral research as part of their economics curriculum, as well as the extracurricular activity. And finally, we have a behavioral economics student society where students can network, connect, and take part in various events and activities related to behavioral economics.
So the Capstone subject for the Bachelor of Economics has recently been revised. Elena, what exactly is a capstone and what do students do in this subject?
Capstone subject is a third-year subject that students take towards the completion of their degree. It is, so to speak, a crown jewel of the degree, where students learn to apply their analytical and data modeling skills to analysis of important real-world economic and social issues. So they study issues like economic inequality, gender pay gap, labor market discrimination, socioeconomic disparities in educational attainment and health status, environmental degradation, indigenous matters, and other topics. In this subject, the students use real-world case studies to develop skills in evaluating existing policies in the areas I've mentioned, as well as in formulating new effective policies to existing economic and social problems.
Our economics alumni end up working for some very impressive companies as well as government departments. Elena, are you able to provide a bit more detail about that, about what kind of jobs students can expect to gain after finishing the course?
Yes, of course, Erica. Economics alumni end up everywhere. In every sector of the economy, you can probably find an economics alumni, even in police and anti-terrorist department in law enforcement. But they are particularly concentrated in the corporate world, such as financial institutions, banks, consultancies. Some of the biggest employers of our graduates are actually big Australian banks and consulting companies. But our graduates also work in other sectors, such as insurance, logistics, energy, real estate, public sector, and others. I should say that quite a number of our alumni end up in public sector in places like Treasury, Reserve Bank, Department of Education, Department of Health, and others. Economics graduate can be employed in a variety of roles, including economist, financial analyst, investment analyst, market analyst, data analyst, researcher, policy analyst, and many others. You see the job title economist is only one among the variety of career paths that economics graduate can take.
So many students choose to do a combined degree, maybe because they're interested in two separate fields of study. They might want more diverse career paths. Some aren't too sure what they want to do after they finish with university. What are some of the combined degree options that are available to them, Elena?
Starting from 2022, three combined degree options are available with the Bachelor of Economics. First, double combined degree option is Bachelor of Economics, Bachelor of Laws. This is a 5 years study, and it is for students who want to become lawyers with thorough knowledge of economics. This kind of a skill set is very valuable if one wants to practice business law or taxation law. The two other combined degrees are the new combined degrees, which we launched in 2022. So Bachelor of Economics, Bachelor of Sustainability and Environment is a 4 years degree. It is a natural combination of degrees for students who are interested in economics and environmental issues. This degree will produce economists with specific skills to analyze economics decisions and policies in the areas of sustainability and environment. Bachelor of Sustainability and Environment component will provide knowledge of natural and social sciences and political landscapes that pertain to sustainability environment. This double degree opens up careers in companies and government agencies engaged specifically with issues of environment, cultural and social sustainability, climate and sustainable development. And finally, the combined degree Bachelor of Economics, Masters of Teaching in Secondary Education is a unique offering in New South Wales. Upon completion of this degree, graduates will have Bachelor of Economics and Masters of Teaching in Secondary Education and can be qualified to teach business studies and economics in New South Wales secondary schools. So if you're interested in pursuing a career as a high school teacher with a focus on economics and business studies, this option is right for you.
Thank you for that, Elena. There are some other ways to add to your degree other than doing a combined program. If students want to diversify their degree with some additional skills, they can choose to do a diploma or they can go on exchange. So we have a couple of options on our screen here now. We've got the Diploma of Innovation, which is an exciting opportunity for students who want to add interdisciplinary skills to their degree. It borrows from subjects that are taught in the Bachelor of Creative Intelligence and Innovation course. So it's a great way of diversifying their skills, learning about creativity in the workforce and how they can innovate in their chosen field. We've also got the Diploma of Languages. So if students want to gain language and cultural skills, this would also be excellent if they wanted to work overseas or pursue international options in their career. It can help them build a professional identity and a range of capabilities to prepare for working in international environments and with different cultures. We also have the global exchange option. So even though we unfortunately haven't been able to do that recently due to COVID, we are hoping that this is going to be an option for students sooner rather than later. And it's a great chance for students to explore the world, gain skills and experiences to make them confident and build their networking with students overseas. And they can choose to partner with over one of our 200 partner universities that we have available. So it's another really great option for students who want to broaden their horizons a little bit. Back to you, Elena, now. What would be your number one tip for students contemplating choosing the Bachelor of Economics at UTS?
Okay, my top tip would be you guys just follow your passions and interests while working on your economics degree. And importantly, keep in touch with your university teachers. Our academics is a great resource that university has to offer. And academics in the economics department are exceptional in their knowledge of economics and in their willingness to engage with the students. So I urge you to take full advantage of the interaction opportunities in class and after class, come to office hours, participate in extra credit learning activities, and so on. I'm sure that this additional knowledge you gain from these interactions and connections you develop with the academics as well as with your fellow students will be invaluable for your professional growth as an economist while completing your degree as well as after you have completed and left university. So I wish you all the best with your choice of course here in UTS or elsewhere. And if you have any questions, please let me know, send me an email, and I will be happy to talk to you in greater detail about Bachelor of Economics.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Elena. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Please feel free to explore our other videos detailing our courses and our majors that are available. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us via our social media channels, which are up on the screen, or you can contact us directly by phone on 9514-3074, or you can email business@uts.edu.au. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you at our next video.